This is a recap for Tuesday, November 30th. In class today, we talked about inverse operations. Here are some, this is period 1. So I'll just solve for you a few more of these. And to solve equations, we think of these as kind of a mystery. So let's go to this one right here. There was a number, and then 7 was taken from it, and it became 13. So to figure out what that number is, we're going to, let's zoom in a little bit. We're going to work backwards through those steps. So we're going to add 7. Oops, not 2. 7. We're going to add 7, and that creates a 0. And we're going to add 7 to the 13. So we're adding to both sides of the equation. This creates a 0, so that's just x, and this is 20, so the number was 20. So if we were to replace that, 20 minus 7 equals 13. Let's try this one right here. There was a number, 6 was taken from it, it became negative 5. So to undo that, we add 6. So we add 6 to both sides. So p plus 6 minus 6 is just p, it's just 0. And not that p is equal to 0. P is a value. We don't know what it is until we solve this right here. When we solve this, which is 1, p is equal to 1. So on this one, we're going to add 9 to both sides. And so m is equal to negative 4. On this one, we're going to add 15 to both sides. So v is equal to negative 12. And on this one, we're going to subtract 16 from both sides. And n is equal to negative 7. And then we worked also on multiplication and division, undoing that. So here's the story on this one. There was a number, k. We don't know what it is, but it was multiplied by 14. And it became negative 126. So to undo that story, we are going to divide by 14. And 14 divided by 14 is 1. So that's k all by itself. And 126 divided by 14 is probably 9. Let's see. 9 times 14 is 126. And so that's going to be a negative 9. We can also write it like this. K is equal to negative 9. On this one here, we're going to divide by negative 11. So no matter if something's multiplied by the variable, we divide by it. If something's divided by the variable, you'll see in a minute, we're going to multiply by it. So this is divided by negative 11. So x is equal to 13. Negative divided by negative is positive. 143 divided by 11 is 13. There was a number here, a. It was divided by 18. I'm going to rewrite this one. This is what we did in class. We rewrote it so we could multiply the whole thing by 18 and multiply this by 18. So 18 divided by 18 is 1. So 1a is equal to 18 times 5, and that is 90. And that's a negative 90, because negative 5 times 18. And let's just do one more here. We're going to add 16 here to create a 0. So we add 16 here. So x is equal to 1. And that's what we did in class today. And then we went, let me go here and show you the activities that we did. We went to Equation Pal, so you might want to try that. I'll do a couple for you. We just did one-step equations. So the goal is to find the value of the variable. So to accomplish this, we need to isolate n on one side of the equation. Is n by itself? No. So it gives you some feedback that you're correct. And n was divided by 10, so we're going to multiply. and we're going to multiply by the very 10 that it was divided by. And this is 10 divided by 10 is 1. I don't really like how it says cross multiply, but this is just 10 divided by 10 is 1. So we have 1n, and then this one is 1900. So 1900. So let's try another one step. So the answer is no, it's not isolated yet. And we're going to multiply, and we're going to multiply by 9. And we get n. And when we multiply 9 times 153, we get, let's see, 900 plus 450 is 1350. 1350 and 27 is 1377. Let's see if I did that right. Correct. So 1377. Let's try one more. So is n by itself? No. And to get n by itself, we're going to multiply. And let's multiply by 7. And we get n right there. 7 divided by 7 is 1. And 7 times 91 is 637. So 637. Okay, and so you can practice that for a while. And then we did something called model algebra equations. Just did one-step equations. And so this is x plus negative 2 equals 6. So I'm going to put, actually not that, I'm going to put x over here. So that's that x, and then 2 negatives. On this side, I'm going to put 6 positives, and it's going to balance. And then I'm going to hit plus 1, and it's going to put a plus 1 on both sides, so it's balanced. And that plus 1 minus 1 cancels out. So this is going to zero out that one. And so x is equal to 8. And if you want to try another, just click on that. So x is over here, 6 negatives, and over here 10 negatives, balances, and then I'm going to hit plus 1 for both sides until all of them are gone on the left side. And I could even do that, and then I'd have to do that to get back to x being all by itself. And x is equal to negative 4. Let's do one more. Negative 4, check. And x, and we'll put plus 2 negatives. And we'll put 9 negatives on this side. And we're going to do this until it's all by itself. Oops, negative 7. There we go. Okay, and then the last thing we did in class today as an activity, it was one-step equation Battleship. Looks like this. And you start the game and you just click around looking for the computer's battleship. So then you solve the equation negative 3 plus x. I'm going to add 3 to both sides, so that's going to be 8. And I get a hit right there. And I'm going to divide by 7, negative 14 divided by 7 is -2, so that gives me a little flame there. Let's go till we sink a battleship. That's going to be 10. And it says that I have sunk the frigate. All right, so you can play that if you'd like. And then at the end of class, we went down to week 10 assignments and either worked on IXL S6 or Desmos solving one-step equations. And that is a recap for Tuesday, November 30th.